Shut up and sit down.
You're listening to the Cheaters Never Pin podcast, a proud part of the Section 328 family. Follow us on Twitter at CheatersInVRPin. Now, live from ringside, it's Mr. Workrate and JC. Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to another edition of the Cheaters Never Pin podcast. I'm JC, right here next to me at the commentary table. My good brother, Mr. Workrate, Tom.
Too sweet me, bro.
Too sweet me indeed, bro. How's it going tonight, man?
Going well. Getting body limber for this weekend.
Yes, we have our bike-a-thon for the Hurricanes Kids and Community Foundation this weekend. Both Tom and I are riding. We'll put those links up on the Twitter and the Facebook and on the website, too.
If you want to stop by at 4 o'clock in the morning, too, when we're actually going to be riding, feel free.
When Tom will be riding, and I'll be back at home in the Section 328 West headquarters, dead asleep.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that again this year.
Some of us like, supporting the children more than others.
I'm riding 3 fucking hours, Tom.
Yeah, well, I'm riding hours, and they're all broken up into pieces, spread amongst the entire 24 hours.
That's why I ate that giant cheesesteak and that ice cream today, because I knew I needed to go ahead and build up some calories. I'm on the Michael Phelps diet here, my friend.
Yeah, carb up there.
Yeah. But we're not here to talk about children or charities.
Screw that.
Screw that. We're here to talk about wrestling, and it's time for the biggest party of the summer, Tom.
SummerSlam?
It is. So
I got it right.
Yeah, you did good. I'm proud of you. And we didn't even rehearse that.
No, I actually, I've been doing my homework.
So yeah, tonight we're mostly just going to run down SummerSlam and do a match exchange, because that should carry us an hour.
Yeah, we actually have content to talk about this week.
Thank you, WWE.
Yeah.
But before...
Not that last week was bad at all. I mean, we had a lot of fun doing that.
Yeah, hell yeah. Oh, I haven't looked at who won our poll, by the way.
I did.
I'm sure it was you. I checked it 2 days ago. I don't think anyone voted.
I'm not looking, but it was me.
Okay. I believe you. Tom won the Supercard poll because I think only 4 people voted. So thanks for visiting cheatersneverpin.com. Glad you're using that Amazon and Patreon button.
Well, that's what they do. They use the buttons, I'm sure, and they forget to go back to our website.
Good point. There's just a lot of alluring products to shop for.
There are.
Yes. Before we get into SummerSlam talk, I think we'd be remiss if we didn't at least start out by giving warm wishes and thoughts and prayers, if you believe in that, to Ric Flair and the entire Flair family, since Rick is still battling whatever is going on, depending on any number of wrong or right reports you may hear. Rick is still in the hospital in critical condition in Atlanta at the time of recording this. Hopefully it's a better situation when you listen to this and has not progressed any further. But for me and Tom, I know we both send our best thoughts and wishes that way. Yeah,
I mean, mortality is one of those things that you don't like to think about necessarily, and guys like Ric Flair, you just assume that, the man survived plane crashes and, pretty much destroyed his body and did not care. So it's kind of a blow to actually see someone like that struggle with health issues. And it's happened a lot recently with people from his era and just wrestling in general. So it's unfortunate, but yeah, thoughts and prayers and good vibes and everything that you can think of to the entire Flair family. Just hoping that, again, that Rick kicks at 2 9/10 and makes
without looking at the ref, Rick. God damn it.
yeah, I mean,
Don't piss me off.
as I said on Twitter, somebody had put something out there about like Sting's actually actively put out a tweet or something like that supporting Rick. And I said, yeah, well, Rick's got to hang on there long enough just so he can get back to health and eventually turn on Sting for the 9 millionth time.
One more turn. One more turn.
It's the dirtiest player in the game, JC.
Absolutely. So yeah, we love you, Rick. We know you're listening. So
Yes, I'm sure of it.
Absolutely. Yeah, SummerSlam. Is Sunday. I had a lot of ways to keep going with that, and I decided they were all incredibly tasteless, and I would stop.
No, it's best. Yeah, thoughts crossed my mind as well.
If it was Virgil, I'd have gone with the jokes, because fucking who gives a shit. But it's Rick, so I'll keep it to myself. SummerSlam, Sunday, biggest party this summer, live from Brooklyn, New York.
The Barclays Center, the place where you really don't want to see a hockey game.
They actually play hockey in that building?
They do.
I realize there are people on the ice, but do they actually play hockey in that building?
Watch it.
There's supposedly a basketball team there too as well, right?
I have no idea what professional basketball is. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I'm with you. That's why I was asking. Yeah, so let's, I guess we'll kind of run down the card and give our thoughts on the build that got us to where we are and give our predictions. We got 12 matches to get through, so we're going to keep it snappy.
That we know of.
Right. And one that I'm not, that one's happening because it was, all right, well, let's just start with that one. New Cruiserweight champion Akira Tozawa will be defending his Cruiserweight Championship in a contractual rematch against Neville on the pre-show. Because the Cruiserweights. I would assume Tozawa keeps the belt, right?
Yeah, it doesn't make too much sense to me to have him go over just to drop the belt back that quickly. Why bother to do the exchange in the first place? Although, I guess it's a thing of, well, why not have Tozawa win the title at SummerSlam? But if you're going to put the match in the pre-show, better to have him win it on SmackDown where more eyeballs will see it and progressively build him, I guess, as much as you can.
Yeah, I think that is certainly part of it. I think the other part, too, is that affecting a title change on Raw really hypes up interest in the division and may get more eyeballs on 205 Live because they had a really good match on Raw. It was maybe the best cruiserweight match we've seen on Raw since last year when this started.
Yeah, and you have to retrain people. I mean, we've gone through, a year or whatever of this, and we've progressively trained the audience to tune out when the purple ropes show up. So,
right.
And they were trained pretty much, one, to tune out for the most part, and two, that Neville was going to never lose.
Yeah, that was the other thing. Things are much fresher now.
Both things have shaken things up. So, yeah, people are actually going to pay a little bit more attention now with cruiserweights. Maybe not. I don't know. But, yeah, pre-show.
I did see a really interesting thing on Reddit today that this week's episode of 205 Live was the first since it started to feature every member of the cruiserweight roster, either in a match or backstage. This is the first time in a year. So,
well, that was the thing, was they have a decent sized roster, and for most of the year they've been focused on the same 6 or so people.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's all they do.
Yeah, and you have a lot of different characters there. You can go in a particular direction, but I think it's the fact of you've got writers writing for Raw, you have writers writing for SmackDown. They don't know what to do with this 205 Live show, because do you write segments for it? These are people that they're cruiserweights for the most part because they can't necessarily get over as, they get over in their ring work. They don't get over on their charisma or talent or acting talent or whatever.
Yeah, or their body, which is what Vince is thinking, I'm pretty sure.
these guys are pretty small.
Goddamn
They're
vanilla
like-
midgets.
They're like babies. They're like muscular babies.
I want that as a t-shirt.
Write that down.
Muscular baby t-shirt. All right. Maybe we're going to get on that. Second match on the pre-show, because fuck it, we already saw it on Tuesday night. The New Day defends their SmackDown Tag Team Championships against the Usos. Woo!
I don't know what else to say about these things.
I mean, I love the Usos now. Part of me really wants them to regain the tag titles. New Day hasn't really done... I was really excited when they came back, but now I'm back where I was before Kofi got hurt, and I'm like, okay, they're here.
Yeah, it's unfortunate when it's the same old, and you've got... I mean... You don't have that much in the tag division going right now because Breezango and the Ascension are still doing skits. So they're not going to wrestle anytime soon. And who else? I can't even remember who actually is in the tag division of SmackDown.
Harper and Rowan, whenever we find out that's who's been killing Breezango.
Okay, but then American Alpha's not there anymore.
Yeah, Harper and Rowan is it, my friend. The Colognes? But one of them's hurt. So, scratch that.
What about the Hype Bros?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I knew I forgot something terrible.
Well, the booking committee has too, so it's okay.
Yeah, that's helpful. One good decision they've made.
But
I have nothing else to say about that match. I'm pretty sure New Day will retain.
Could we potentially, since there isn't necessarily a anything really to work with here, and there isn't necessarily a tag division so much in SmackDown, could we see a NXT call up potentially?
I mean, you wouldn't see it on Sunday. You'd see it Tuesday.
Oh, yeah. Unless it were like a more huge name, I guess. So.
And I don't even know who you would call up from NXT right now, in all honesty. And I mean that, like, for the benefit of NXT, not that, like, AOP or...
That's what I was thinking. That's it.
Anyone else doesn't deserve to come up. Fucking bring up Heavy Machinery right now. I'd be down for that.
Nah.
Yes.
Nah.
Two giant men. God, yes. Then we get to the main card. And the Raw Tag Team Championships are on the line. Where The Bar, Cesaro, and Sheamus defend against 2/3 of the Shield, who finally fisted each other Monday night. Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins.
I can't wait till that comes up in the WWE comic book.
Do they do it while grilling on top of the production truck?
I'm assuming so, yes.
Which, by the way, if you haven't read the WWE comic book, you should. It's real fucking weird sometimes. It reads like Tumblr fan fiction. And as someone who's written fan fiction, I should know.
It's enjoyable, though. It's just... I don't know. It's like what it's kind of what the writers would love to write WWE, but not having to worry about the limited acting range of WWE performers.
Right. I really don't know how to call this match. My heart tells me Ambrose and Seth wins. But my brain tells me Cesaro and Sheamus retain because it's the first defense against Dean and Seth. So probably some funny business leading to a retention.
Yeah.
We have to have a stip match, duh.
I could see tomfoolery happening. I mean, the fact that they may tease, they're getting together for this match. Maybe we tease another breakup because something happens. Seth isn't there for Dean, or Dean isn't there for Seth, and
Oh shit! I just got really excited, and I just planned this out for 3 months in my head, but it doesn't work because Hell in a Cell is a SmackDown pay-per-view this year, and I really wanted a tag team Hell in a Cell match to blow it off. But oh well, never mind.
But yeah, I could see them kind of. I mean, because for a tag team match, it's actually 4 really good competitors in there. So
Yeah.
I could see them ideally wanting to run this a little bit longer, but
you know, talent-wise, you're in a good place when your tag team title match has these 4 guys in it.
And the thing is, Dean's not doing anything. Seth
Ooh.
isn't doing anything.
He's burn it down! Or whatever. That's what he's doing.
So, I mean, you've got nothing really to do. Why not make a super team out of them?
Yeah. And hopefully, here's what I hope, is that Roman does not win the title, the Universal title, and we get that full reunion, baby girl. Bonham!
That's the thing. You have to keep teasing that.
Okay, so if Roman ever shows up to reunite with the Shield, does he get booed, or does everybody realize what's happening and freak the fuck out and mark?
No, everyone marks out.
Okay, good. That's what. God, I hope that. That's what I want to happen. That's the best thing that could happen to Roman Reigns right now.
Like, if you seriously want him to be face, like it seems that Vince wants,
yeah,
that's what you have to do.
And the thing is, when he comes out too, it can't just be his music that plays. You have to play the Shield version, so it has to start with the Sierra Hotel India Echo Lima Delta. And then he comes out, and everybody goes, oh shit, here we go.
Maybe have him say it.
And then they can be, all 3 of them can fist each other. It'll be so good. John Cena versus Baron Corbin in a singles match.
Sorry, I'm throwing salt in my eyes. I don't know how that works in a mental image, but
I just picture you like cutting the top off the Morton salt container and scooping it out with your hands and throwing it in your face. Instead of flipping open the little metal thing on top, you actually just saw the top off of it. It's a very involved process.
Yeah, because you can't throw when you put the little metal piece down. I mean, that would be pouring. You don't want to pour salt in your eyes. That would be dumb.
Yeah. Who would do that?
I don't know. Some idiot.
Yeah. I'm going to let you talk about John Cena and Baron Corbin first.
Why? Do you think I'm going to sit here and rant about Money in the Bank for about 10 minutes?
No, I am. So that's why I'm going to let you go first, so then you can go take an Uncrustable break when you're done.
But I want to rant about the Money in the Bank thing, too.
Okay,
so.
You rant first, and then I will rant.
All right, so there's Money in the Bank as it is questionable logic. I mean, there's a lot of wrestling in general that's suspension of disbelief, but just Corbin having, for SmackDown on Tuesday, you had Corbin running in, interfering in a John Cena, Jinder Mahal non-title match. It was not a title match, to the best of my knowledge, because that would have been really stupid.
That's correct.
So John Cena, after dropping Jinder Mahal with the second rope attitude adjustment, goes to pin him for 2 9/10 before Corbin runs in to be a jerk, because Baron Corbin's a jerk. Cleans house or whatever, and so he sees his opponent. He sees Jinder Mahal, who's been basically killed by John Cena's super finishing move, which, was a flip. But anyway. Ooh.
Boy.
Yeah, but he's been killed to death by that move. John Cena has now been eliminated from the area. So what does Baron Corbin do? Now, mind you, he's still holding this giant briefcase, which he always holds, because that is the rule of Money in the Bank, that you must carry this thing everywhere. But does he cash in his Money in the Bank like any normal person would right then and there? No, he leaves. And he strolls. And he makes it about 3/4 of the way down the aisle. Then a revelation.
A what?
What did I say?
Relevation?
I said revelation?
Yeah, you did.
Revelation.
I was completely leaned back in my chair, comfortable away from the mic, and sprung up.
This is what I get for... This is what I get for drinking beforehand. Anyway, an idea comes to Baron Corbin. The little light bulb pops up. And he thinks to himself, oh, wait. This iPad holder that I've been carrying this entire time, this has another use. Perhaps. Think about it for a second. Perhaps I should go and exchange this, not for goods and services, but for a WWE title match. So Corbin then trots his way back, finds the referee who's at ringside and I guess having a cigarette, I don't know, and goes, hey.
It was Kyoto, right?
I think.
Yeah, he was having a Marlboro ringside.
Yeah. So he goes to the referee and explains in great detail how he wants, like a referee is going to see the briefcase coming down and Corbin comes back. I'm sorry, if I'm the referee of the match and I look and I see Baron Corbin running after having that light bulb fucking come up from his forehead, I'm probably thinking, oh, I think I know what he wants. But of course, being a referee, you're stupid. So you're like, what? What's going on here? Baron Corbin has to explain in like 3.5 paragraphs how he would like to cash this in for a WWE title shot against Jinder Mahal at this particular moment, at this particular time, right now. Please, let's do this. So he fills out the proper paperwork. The referee then has to have like a 5-minute discussion with the ring announcer, because this has to be greatly explained, because the ring announcer has never been to a wrestling match before in his entire life. So he needs to have this explained to him. He can't just say title match right now. He has to go, oh, well, maybe he's arguing back and forth. Well, why does he get a title? Oh, it's Money in the Bank. Now, what's Money in the Bank now? Oh, that's what that briefcase is. Oh, I understand. I thought it was an iPad holder. So once this is greatly understood, then the ring announcer can make the announcement that Baron Corbin has cashed in his Money in the Bank opportunity for this match against Jinder Mahal. So Baron Corbin, at this moment, slides into the ring, goes to a neutral corner, and he waits. It was explained to me earlier today that apparently, now you're the one who actually owns the WWE rulebook, so you'd have to confirm this for me.
Let me pull it out. Hold on.
But my understanding, or what has been explained to me, is that a Money in the Bank cash-in is not official until the champion is on his feet and ready, and then they ring the bell. So you can't necessarily run into the ring after somebody's been knocked cold by a pair of brass knuckles or something like that. Use the Money in the Bank while the guy's unconscious, fall on top of him and get the 3 count. I've been told that the person has to get up, so Baron Corbin has to stand in the corner and wait for the referee to check on Jinder Mahal. Wait for Jinder Mahal to rise after being murdered by the flip off the top rope. He has to wait until he rises, make sure he's okay. The referee consistently asking him, "Are you okay?" Okay.
Found the rulebook. Now I just gotta find it in there. Keep going. Sorry.
Yeah. Goes over, make sure you're okay. Are you okay? Can you see what's going on? Now he's already risen. So to me, this is done. Like, okay, he's gotten to his feet. The match can start. But no, the referee still goes, are you sure? Yeah. Can you continue? Now, if you're a heel and you have this title and you know someone's about to cash in Money in the Bank, what's to stop you from going, like, just passing out right there, going, no, I'm unconscious. No, sorry. You can't have it today. No, my bad. There's nothing stopping you from doing that. But, of course, no, Jinder Mahal has to be a fighting champion. He's ready, and he kind of gets up to his feet and goes over with the referee. Referee's like, okay, you're ready to compete. Jinder Mahal, like the true Maharaja that he is, says despite being dropped 70 feet off the top rope into the flip move, he is ready to take on this challenge like a fighting champion that he is. The bell rings. What does Baron Corbin do? Does he immediately go after Jinder Mahal, who his energy bar is at like 1/10? No, he immediately turns around and looks for John Cena. Because reasons. He hits John Cena again to knock him off the ropes, to which Jinder Mahal, seeing an opportunity because the Maharaja is smart and talented, runs up from behind, rolls him up, and gets the 3 count. So in 6 seconds, in the quickest title defense ever for the WWE Championship, Jinder Mahal defeats Baron Corbin, getting rid of his Money in the Bank and eliminating any possibility that Corbin would cash in his Money in the Bank at SummerSlam to ruin everyone's day. So in that sense, it's great. In every other sense, it's horrible garbage.
Okay, I got 3 things, and then I'll start my rant.
Okay.
1, Kevin Dunn wishes there could be a light bulb that he could just impose over somebody's head when they had an idea because the audience is dumb. Right? I mean...
Okay. Who am I to argue with Bucky Beaver?
Right. Number 2, I didn't know it was an iPad holder. I thought it was one of the original Apple Power Books with the handle.
That could be.
And 3, this rule book isn't actually a rule book. It's a bunch of inside jokes, and it's a terrible reference guide. Okay. So.
And the reason I call it an iPad holder is because Baron Corbin, having to stay somewhat in kayfabe, has been carrying around this Money in the Bank thing and actually has to not check it, but use it as his carry-on. So he has been quoted as saying he would actually put his iPad in it because he has to use it as his carry-on. So he would throw his iPad and other stuff in it.
I missed that.
Yeah.
All right.
Not that he has to worry about that anymore.
Well, it's true. Here's my fucking issue with this. Hold on, I'm moving things out of my way because I'm about to start flailing.
Okay.
This entire finish was utter and complete horse shit. Because now Money in the Bank looks like a fucking joke. Because, like, what's the point if we're just going to waste it on SmackDown like that? What's the point if we're going to relegate whoever holds it, who's a star we're supposed to be building, to an 8-second loss? What's the point? And also a star that you've been building for 2 years now, who won the fucking Andre Battle Royal as his debut, who you've slowly been building up, who then you decided to give like fucking shitty theme music to for some reason during the week of let's change everybody's theme music because fuck you, that's why. Let's bury him even more with this bullshit instead of trying to make him look strong. Because no. Jinder's such a fucking terrible champion. We have to do something to make him look conniving and somewhat brilliant and useful when he's getting ready to face Shinsuke, because he can't be trusted to present that on his own. So we have to get rid of our fucking safety valve that we've built in on a fucking SmackDown because we have a terrible champion. That's why I blame it on and I say I blame it on Jinder. I blame it on creative. You know what I mean. But if they didn't have a champion that could barely live up to the legacy of the title and the gravitas of holding the most important title in professional wrestling, it would not be a fucking issue.
But he's a fighting champion. He baby-faced it. I mean, come on, look at it. He didn't have to take that match. He could have just bowed out of it. But no, he got up on his feet.
They had to explain the fucking rules because we've never done it that way before, Tom. You think back to the last time we had a cash-in somewhat similar to that was Ziggler Del Rio. We looked at Del Rio, he was down, and I think it was still Kyoto at that time, said, fuck it, and he rang the bell. So we had to create new rules and twist rules because fuck this rule book, it's a joke, literally and metaphysically. Metaphysically? Sure. So
Metaphorically?
Thank you. And we have to make shit up to suit our booking because we can't trust our champion to look good on his own. That's my issue with it. And the only way to get out of this at this point, because now we've gotten rid of Money in the Bank, which I had prayed that was going to factor into the title match. Because I was like, they're not putting the strap on Shinsuke. He might win it, but he's dropping it to Corbin immediately. I have a great fear Jinder has a run with this belt. And his run with this belt has held SmackDown back for, I don't know, 2 months now since he fucking won it. That show has gone dramatically downhill since he took over as champion.
We've had this argument before, and I'm not going to go one direction or the other. We just need to get past it at this point. So
he's not working out. It's time for them to move on. I mean, you can't dispute that. There's zero heat on that title.
I don't necessarily disagree, but there's zero heat on anything pretty much at this point. So, and SmackDown,
AJ Owens.
Oh yeah.
Breezango.
Yeah, if you get Twin Peaks.
If they have the women in there that are actually talented.
Anyway.
Yeah. There's a way to make that show work, and the answer is not Jinder Mahal.
I understand that, but
I just think his weird titties are a waste of my time. Can't dispute that.
I had nothing to do with his breasts, so okay.
In my match of the night contender, I didn't write this down right. It is the Demon Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt.
Are you referring to the Demon Finn Balor, who will be a demon facing Bray Wyatt in a Demon versus Bray Wyatt match?
Correct, because we had to really, again, the audience is really stupid, so we had to create a match graphic and explicitly say it rather than his promo letting you figure that out. Finn has to win here, right? Because it's Bray on pay-per-view.
Well, yes, because it's a person who isn't Bray Wyatt is a demon match.
Yep. This match should be fun. They had a fun match on Raw.
Yeah.
So let's give them more time. I know people bitched about the blood and shit. I fucking loved it because I love both of these guys. And it works. It works with what their gimmicks are.
Vince Russo. Sorry.
So, hey. He was okay sometimes.
At least it ended the match and then, people went, way.
It wasn't Vampiro staying First Blood match where it just rained from the ceiling.
Yes, that's still fresh in my mind.
Yes, it is.
Thank you, asshole.
I'm sorry, buddy. You know what else is fresh in my mind?
What, asshole?
CheatersNeverPin.com and the fact that people always click that damn Amazon button instead of my post links.
I bought monitor cables today.
Ooh, VGA? DVI?
No, DisplayPort.
Oh, look at that. Welcome to Cheaters Never... I can't think
Use technology.
I can't think of a tech term that rhymes with pin or win.
Yeah, anyway.
So, yeah, go to cheatersneverpin.com.
We had a segue and you just stopped.
Yeah, anyway.
You want to try it again? Or
no, I'm just plowing through at this point.
Go for it.
I'm just going to Jinder Mahal my way through this ad read and just make it work, but poorly. Cheatersneverpin.com. Click the Amazon button on the front page before you do any shopping on Amazon.com. Looks just like Amazon because it is Amazon and it doesn't cost you any extra schmeckles, but it kicks a few back into our coffers to help pay for us to do this show for you. Our hosting and Tom's Uncrustables and stuff.
Yeah.
Those are really the only supplies I think we have in this day.
And I haven't had Uncrustables in several weeks, and
what?
it's infected the show, as if you can tell.
I think it has. I think it's maybe if we got an Uncrustable, you'd finally see the light on Jinder.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll
so if you want Tom to not be so fucking ignorant to how terrible Jinder Mahal is, go to cheatersneverpin.com, click the Amazon button, do your shopping, and help out the show. And we appreciate it.
You want to use the Amazon.com button on Cheaters Never Pin and then just order me directly the Uncrustables. They sell them on there.
Do we need to make a wish list as a podcast and put it up?
It's just 8 packages of Uncrustables.
Just like cam girls do that. I just went into a real weird. This show's fucking weird tonight. Big Show versus Big Cass.
We won't even talk about the porn text simulator.
Now we have to explain that. I don't remember how it came up at all.
We were just talking about video games in general, and I mentioned that I like text-based simulation games, like Out of the Park Baseball is a game that I've actually helped beta test for a couple of years now, and but it's a baseball management simulation, and like one of the most famous sports ones is Football Manager, which is a huge soccer simulation, which like pretty much destroys families and things like that because people get so obsessed over the minute details of all these things. But I mean, just like general simulations, like they've got simple ones on like iPads, like, Restaurant Simulator and almost like, the lemonade stand type games, even things like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, well, you can make porn simulator. I'm like, no, not like, weird or anything. Just like the whole concept of like the porn industry. Like you would turn around, you would hire actors and actresses and
I would stream the shit out of that.
Potentially, like, if you have enough money, then you can hire like some disgraced celebrity or, somebody like that. And then bad things can happen because, an actor dies or tries to go, all these like different possibilities. And, you try to make great. As much money as you can.
Oh, it came up in relation to talking about the reading simulator that is Dream Daddy.
Oh, yeah.
That's what started it. Anyway.
So, yeah.
Cheaters never
stay on the rails. It's pretty much where we are.
All right. Big Show versus Big Cass in a singles match. Here's the stipulation. Enzo Amore is in a shark cage above the ring. Pretty sure.
Is there going to be a stipulation like the loser of the match is no longer big?
Like loser leaves big match.
Like WCW when Booker T lost the privilege to be able to use the letter T.
I just part of my retirement tour. I fought Big Show when a loser leaves big match. I lost. I'm off to Toledo next.
The fuck was that?
I think I just broke Tom. He's on his retirement tour. I just gotta have and he has terrible stip matches. I just had
That's not Terry Funk. That's the pedophile from Family
Shut
Guy.
up. It fits him, though. I don't mean that in a bad way. If you look at him, this voice feels like it would come out of his face. I just lost a Texas cowbell attached to the ass match. Like, what?
Yeah, it's not working at all. But
God damn it, it works to me.
we all... You're going to be crying at an NWA convention now. If this isn't the off the rails edition, I don't know what the fuck
We have
is.
to call it SummerSlam preview for SEO, Tom. God damn it.
Otherwise, Machine Gun Kelly's not going to come.
Why is Enzo gonna drop something to Big Cass and turn heel with him?
He's not, because
It's my hope.
we need to drag this out until like WrestleMania.
Oh God, fuck it, we're moving on then.
But yeah, something is going to get dropped from the cage, because it is in the actual rule book of wrestling.
Hold on, let me find it.
Rules. If you have someone that's in a shark cage above the ring, they automatically have to drop some kind of weapon, whether it be a small chain like is normally used, like one of those dog chain, like the little kind of smaller chains that they used to use on dogs. They don't usually use them anymore, I guess.
Choke chain.
Yeah. One of those, which had been used for, like 40 years pretty much. Or
Just
like
lost
they
a
used
choke chain match.
like they used in NXT, what? Like, was it? It was one of those takeovers. You've broken me. What the fuck do you want?
Yeah, it was during the when Ellering was up in the cage.
Yep. Who proceeded to throw, like,
It was a chain.
Bruiser Brody's fucking chain down and, like, practically murdered somebody.
Yeah. All right, we gotta. We've been going for 45 minutes. We gotta plow.
Yeah. Stop laughing until we get
I
shit
just
done
lost
here.
a loser plows in North 40 match. It's funny to me. I don't care if it's not funny to anyone else. The show's only for mine and your entertainment, Tom.
That impression is so fetch.
You know which one is it, man? I should have gone to this when we were doing
You
that match,
should've.
man, but I totally forgot.
Yeah.
But people forget lots of things in this day and age, man. They forget how to be human. They forget that they are showing their fear, man. Run. There.
Run.
What's the noise that ends the promo? Randy Orton versus Rusev, because why the fuck not?
They're the last ones we got left on our roster.
Orton wins because RKO. I don't know who wins this match. Maybe probably Rusev, because they might want to start building him back up again, and Randy doesn't fucking care if he's on his back.
Randy, I mean, I guess because he started so young, he's been around for so long, but he's still young. I mean, for wrestling terms, I guess. Because what's he in his late 30s, I guess?
Something like that.
So, I mean, he's been around for a while. I mean, I honestly think that he's still just kind of sticking around because it's a damn good paycheck. But Yeah, he's there to kind of be there, and he still draws a pop. Not necessarily for his ring work, but he's still popular. I mean, he still sells shirts and has the best finishing move. So,
they'll do the right
they
thing.
stand nothing to gain by having Orton win, but so that means Orton will win.
Yeah. I mean, does Rusev really gain anything if he beats Randy Orton, though?
He gets an actual fucking win and maybe can build off of that.
Yeah. True. In the battle for the United States Championship of who can kick Shane McMahon harder, it's AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens with Shane McMahon as a guest referee. Yep.
Shane's just got to get himself in the middle of that, doesn't he?
Here comes, the currency has arrived. The currency has arrived.
Owens has to get screwed, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Well, we already had AJ versus Shane, right?
Yeah, Mania.
That's
it was good.
Fun. So, I mean, there's no sense of continuing the AJ Shane feud.
Yeah, it's got to be AJ retaining, and then do you have Shane and Kevin face off at Survivor Series?
Yeah, because you can't build this all the way to WrestleMania again.
Yeah, that's a long time. Jinder Mahal with Thing 1 and Thing 2 takes on Shinsuke Nakamura for the WWE Championship.
Come on, that was set up so perfectly. It's Sing 1 and Sing 2.
Oh, god damn it.
God.
Fuck.
That was a softball.
All right, let's back up. Jinder Mahal with Sing 1 and Sing 2 takes on Shinsuke Nakamura for the WWE Championship.
I thought I heard that somewhere.
You're supposed to laugh there. Okay, there we go. Fuck, I really don't know. I hope Shinsuke wins. That's all I have to say about this match. It's time. It's time to move on.
The only reason why I think he potentially doesn't win is because it's too fucking predictable at this point. I don't want to go all Russo and swerve the swerve, but yeah, I mean, that's pretty much a path to have him win the title at this point and just kind of cap that off. So, I mean, he killed John Cena practically.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, he didn't really kill it.
Unless he loses here and then we get another match at the next pay-per-view and that's where he finally does it.
What's funny is I watched that bump like several more times, and I love how like everyone in like America like looks at that bump and they're like, oh god, John Cena almost fucking died, I can't believe Nakamura. And everyone in Japan's just like, that's a pretty good suplex.
Yeah,
it's what we do. We drop people on their fucking heads.
Right. Just ask all of
them. Mizawa, no, you can't. He's dead because he got dropped on his head too fucking much.
Yep. All right, Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks for the Raw Women's Championship. I think Sasha finally wins it here. I think this is the point where they take it off Alexa Bliss. And why is this not a lifeguard chair match?
They could have it as they could have it as a ladder match and no one would reach it.
That would be fun. They just forget to put the tall ladder out.
You have them trying to balance a ladder on top of another ladder. And yeah, maybe we shouldn't do that.
Yeah. Sasha wins the title and then slowly starts her heel turn, awaiting Bayley's return, correct? I can hope. That's what I hope happens.
I don't know. I still think we have too many heels in that roster, and that's where Sasha's kind of stuck. And I think they like using her as this positive kind of role model. They like using her in media. They like putting her out there. She gives a good interview.
True. She does.
So I think they've wanted to turn her heel just to do the thing versus Bayley, because she's an excellent heel, but I think just for like WWE purposes and having her appear in commercials and do all like the kind of positive things, and
especially with Bayley out.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I don't think she's going heel anytime soon. If it's a turn, it's going to be slow as hell.
Yeah.
Especially since I don't know when the hell Bayley's coming back.
Right. But she's taking the title here, right?
No. I mean, it's still always good to have the heel as the champion and to have the chase, but I think Sasha's gone through enough obstacles that it works. So, yeah, why not?
Yeah. For the SmackDown Women's Championship, in the who can give the worst promo match, or who can be worse on commentary match, that's probably more accurate, Naomi versus Natalya.
I
do not care in the slightest about this match.
No.
I care more about Orton Rusev.
The winner of the Naomi-Natalya match is, of course, Carmella.
Yeah, that's happening here. I am reasonably sure. Because we're both agreeing Carmella is leaving with the strap.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would rather have, like, something else happen in that, like, I mean, again, I need to find the rules of Money in the Bank, but, like, have it happen, like, after the match. Like, do the 24/7 kind of rule where, like, Naomi's, like, in the back, like, by craft services or whatever, and, like, suddenly runs into James Ellsworth, who, like, I don't know, causes something like a table to fall on top of her or something.
If they really
indirectly, because Ellsworth can't attack her, that'd be wrong.
Right. If they really want to fuck with everybody, what if they have Ellsworth run out with the briefcase and cash it in while Carmella's in the ring, like stomping out whoever the champion is at the end of the match?
Yeah,
not only did a woman not win the first women's Money in the Bank, a woman didn't even cash it in. Yeah, it'd be hilarious. Can't wait to see Twitter. Main event: Brock Lesnar defends the Universal Championship against baby girl Roman Reigns. Samoa Joe, who's shockingly not related to Roman Reigns, and North Carolina's own big strong man, Braun Strowman.
Now, this is a fatal 4-way first fall wins?
Correct. Yeah, it's not a fatal 4-way elimination match. It's just a fatal 4-way. Which is why Lesnar is losing this title, but he will not be pinned.
Right. It's funny, I saw something recently. I guess the SmackDown, maybe it was Raw. The show right after, I guess, at Barclays, they've got Brock advertised for.
Right.
And Brock is actually advertised for like a month down the road at some other location.
Yeah.
People are like, total spoilers, man. But
yeah, that's my thing. That's the only reason I'd say I don't think he's going to lose is because, that we have the stipulation Heyman is given that if they lose, they're gone.
But you and I both know that, like, we had so many, like, shakeups of our house show, our SmackDown house show.
They're not going to advertise Brock unless Brock is going to be there. Because he is a giant draw.
You mean to tell me that Vince McMahon would not advertise somebody, would initially advertise somebody and then not pull them off. Wait, I can't think of the double negatives.
I know what you're saying. I could see them. He may still lose this title, and then those. I don't even believe those are TV. These shows people have seen him booked on. They're not TV, I believe. So I could see them having Heyman show up before it and be like, "Yeah, we left. We're done, but these were on his contract, and he has to complete them." Since they're not televised, it doesn't matter.
Have Stephanie come out.
Yeah, be like, well, I had to finish out the dates he'd already committed to. And as long as they're not on TV, it's not an issue.
Send him down to NXT.
Brock Lesnar versus Hideo Itami. Break all his shoulders. So who's going to win this match?
Let's go with who it's not going to be. It's not going to be Strowman. Sorry to everyone. It's not.
See, I'm thinking it's either Joe or Strowman.
I see it being
Too
Joe.
soon for Roman.
If I had to put it in order, I'd say Joe is my leading candidate. Then Roman, Brock, then Braun.
I would have Joe, Braun, Roman, Brock.
I mean, I understand how valuable Strowman is, but I don't know him. He doesn't seem like someone who would care about the title. Like, maybe he does. I don't know.
He's not Jinder, Tom.
It's part of that personality that he has. Like, he just wants to like beat up and hurt people. He doesn't necessarily go, you know what? I want a title to make my paycheck bigger.
Yep. Should be a good show.
Yeah.
The card is definitely good.
The card is a solid card all the way through.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yep. NXT is happening on Sunday or Saturday. That's the thing. Watch it. It'll be great. Bobby Roode or Drew McIntyre, Tom?
Bobby Roode.
I think they take the belt off of him. I think this is it.
I'd be good with it, but
it's time.
Yeah.
They've done pretty much all they can with him at this point. Bring him up on Monday or Tuesday.
Does McIntyre okay, I understand. I was going to say, does McIntyre have enough of a build so far in NXT to put the belt on him necessarily?
He's good enough, it doesn't matter. And then you have Ono or Roddy, which they've already established the Roddy feud. Ono
right.
or Roddy or Aleister Black challenge him.
Yeah,
so.
Black's where the money is.
Oh, God, yes. You know where else the money is, Tom?
Where's that, JC?
When people go to cheatersneverpin.com and click on the Patreon button, and then they put the money in there and give it to us.
I wasn't sure if you were going to remember about that.
So the money is in our pocket.
Well, it's not in our pocket. I mean, it's part.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. It's in the collective pocket of the Section 328 family, where
yes,
it allows all of us, myself, JC, here at Cheaters Never Pin,
those other guys that do that hockey podcast.
Yeah, I forget what it's called.
Yeah.
Something. It's on the tip of my tongue too, and I can't think of it.
It's like.
Yeah, anyway.
Keep talking. I'm trying to think of a synonym for cheaters.
But it allows our collective media empire to keep growing. It allows us to buy new equipment, pay for hosting. These podcasts don't just go into the cloud for nothing. It's costs occur here and there, and I mean we like doing it. We do it. We don't do it to get paid. We do it out of our enjoyment of it, which is,
Tom
why we
doesn't do this
for
to get paid. I do this to get paid.
No, I do this like I work for SB Nation. I don't think I'm ever going to get paid.
Burn. I found the name of that podcast. It's Swindlers Rarely Achieve.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So if you like the Pro Graps, or you like Hochet, as they say in Upper America, just consider going to the Cheaters Never Pin website. Click on the Patreon button. Give us $1 a month. I mean, dude, that's $1. That's 25 cents a week. You find that in your car. That's like going to Aldi, putting the quarter in, and just saying, "Screw it, I don't need it back when I'm done with the cart."
Yeah.
Once a week.
That's like seeing those commercials with the sad crying dogs, and they're like, for 25 cents a week, you can feed this whole shelter, and you go, "Fuck that, I like wrestling more," and you give us your money.
You're trying to get me to sing Sarah McLachlan again. It's not going to happen.
Damn it. You know what I am?
Yums. Yeah, see, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I need Uncrustables to loosen up the vocal cords.
And to get Tom Uncrustables, it's patreon.com/section328 or cheatersneverpin.com and click the Patreon button.
Yeah.
You know what it is time for, though, Tom?
I'm braced.
So it's
Still
playing.
braced.
It's playing, and it finished playing. I don't think you braced tight enough, Tom. It's like when Tinkerbell shows up in Peter Pan, and you tell the kids they just have to believe more. Are you believing enough, Tom?
I'm believing. I'm braced, and I'm clenched.
Match exchange. There we go.
Thank God I was clenched. I could have gotten messy.
How clenched were you, Tom?
Thank you, Gene Rayburn.
I watched some Match Game today in jury duty.
The Alec Baldwin version of Match Game is actually very good.
Oh God.
Whenever they bring back game shows, they're always horrible. Usually because of the host, because a host makes a game show.
Right.
And Alec Baldwin actually does an excellent job because he's as swarmy as Gene Rayburn ever was.
Yeah, that's true.
And that works. I mean, whether or not Alec Baldwin is like that in real life or whatever, there's still a little bit of his like 30 Rock character kind of in there, and it's fine. It's what it needs to be. And people are drunk, and that helps.
Cheaters Never Game Show.
I would listen to that podcast. Mainly because I'd be the only one.
Yeah, you would. I might. I'd give it a download, but not listen to it. I'd support it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Which y'all are welcome to do. I mean,
yeah.
While you're listening to it, if you've gotten this far, you're going to listen to other ones too. But tell your friends that they can subscribe, download it, and just not listen.
Yeah, tell two friends.
Yeah. And they'll tell two friends.
Yep. And then we're Amway. You watched
Cheaters Never Pyramid Scheme.
There you go. You watched the very first Ultimate X match from 2003 between Michael Shane, Kazarian, and Chris Sabin.
I took notes, which unfortunately, because we're doing a lengthy one here.
All right, just roll. Plow through them.
Okay,
highlights.
So I'll just go straight through my notes. First thing is, this is back in the early days where TNA had literal TNA in the stripper cage.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. I stopped when I heard the phrase brainchild of TNA officials, and I just laughed for about 20 minutes. It takes 3 minutes and 40 seconds to actually start the match between intros and discussion and the big graphic that says brainchild of TNA officials. We start the match. Oh shit, Don West is here. That's right.
Right.
45 cards! You've got a Mickey Mantle here! Sorry, I'm just flashback of Don West at 2 a.m. screaming at me because look at this Jose Canseco rookie card that's in this pack.
Jose Canseco rookie card.
Look at this! How are we giving... Oh! Yeah, anyway.
Anyway.
And he goes immediately into this. because I forget who hit the first Enziguri, and Don West screamed like he saw a fucking Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card from Upper Deck. There's a franchise Shane Douglas bright-ass yellow shirt in the front row, and I marked out because I had that shirt. Not that specific one, because I don't know that guy. Apparently, the recording that I was watching was a flashback of some variety, because now, like, Michael Shane's in a little box in the corner talking about the match because it's already happened. Yeah. So I thought, like, oh, this is kind of like live-ish, I'm like in the mood. And then he's like, oh yeah, we had a great match. I really enjoyed doing it. And nothing's like in character or anything, or, just, it was like a documentary type of thing. Like, yeah, we had a really good match. I felt like I was a real important part of, something historic here. And it's like, shut up. Michael Shane, who, Don West calls Sabin, because Shane Sabin, they're both 5-letter S words, why not? Is a foot from the belt, but instead of, shimmying over like a foot and actually getting the belt, he sees Sabin and on Kazarian's shoulder, so he goes, well, I could win the title and win the match, or I could do this cool Hurricane Rana, and he completely blows the spot anyway. Womp womp. Mike Tenay says Yakuza kick instead of Mafia kick, so God bless you, Mike Tenay. Because it's a fucking Yakuza kick, because Masahiro Chono, who people thought was part of the fucking Yakuza in the first place and patterned his entire style after, like, being a goddamn gangster, uses the fucking Yakuza kick. That's what it is. Sabin's now in the little box confessional type thing, talking about how great this match was. Chairs are in, because no one told me in the brainchild of TNA officials box that chairs were legal, but apparently chairs are legal, so that's cool. Chairs get swung. Sabin drops Kazarian with a swing Uranage onto the chair, which looked cool as balls. It was so beautifully done. He kind of like twisted him around and rock bottomed his ass through the chair. And the chair, I don't know what the fuck the chair was actually made out of, but I mean, the chair collapsed perfectly. Like, nobody got impaled improperly or bounced off the chair. Just, it looked really cool. It was done well. We go to the outside. Michael Shane is busted wide open, and I had no idea why, but well, I'm assuming he took a chair shot. They do this cool spot with a sunset flip by Kazarian, which pretty much shows Sabin's ass to everybody. Sabin has Shane in a fireman's carry, so when Kazarian flips him over, Sabin rolls through it, keeps Shane in the fireman's carry, then proceeds to drop kick Kazarian and Samoan drop Shane at the same time, which was pretty neat. Shane now gets cut to, and he's about an 8 on the Muda scale. So, cool. Shane gets onto the cables, and Sabin grabs him and power bombs him off the fucking cables, because I guess Shane was going to do, again, suspension of disbelief. Shane's on the cable, starts to shimmy over. Sabin comes over. Shane decides, I'm going to say in my suspension of disbelief that he was going to try to Hurricane Rana him off of the cables, but Sabin just holds on and then proceeds to powerbomb Shane off the cables, which was a cool spot. Then, and there are little cuts here. The match is, I guess, edited for time. Because again, it's this kind of a recap almost. Then apparently there was a restart of the match. I don't know what the fuck happened there. Because they're like,
I can't remember.
Part of me wants to say, no, I have no recollection of any of this, but part of me wants to say probably what ended up happening is the belt fell off the cables and they had to fucking stop the match to put the belt back on.
I think that's right.
But they cut back and they're just like, and we're back underway, and we're in neutral corners, and like, oh, okay, that's Sabin and Kaz come from opposite directions. They both kind of collide midway. Neither of them get the belt. Meanwhile, where's Michael Shane? He's still on the outside. He's still bleeding profusely. Don West announces at the top of his lungs, there's no way Shane's getting back in this match, which basically tells me that Shane's winning the belt. Thanks, Don. And sure enough, Kaz and Sabin are on the cables. Kaz knocks Sabin off. So all you have to do is just go, oh, the what more foot? And then Shane jumps onto another one of the cables, proceeds to shimmy faster than Donkey Kong Jr. going down a vine, and grabs the belt immediately because, well, all you idiots have been doing it slow all this time. I decided to do it fast, and grabs the belt and wins. It was really fun. I could see why people enjoyed it a lot, especially 14 years ago. So
it's a cool match type. It's different.
Yeah. I'll give it 4. Why not?
Okay, yeah. I honestly thought you'd probably rate that one pretty high.
Yeah.
I watched Mysterio and Psychosis, the best 2 out of 3 falls match from ECW. I will keep it really brief. I enjoy watching Psychosis try to work her slower pace to slow down Mysterio. I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah.
Lucha shit's always fun, especially in tiny ass bingo halls.
Yeah.
Yep. Hawaiian shirt guy was wearing a cowboy hat instead of a straw hat, and I was very disturbed by this choice.
Can I do a little aside on that?
Yeah.
Having been to ECW Arena.
Yeah, quickly.
He's bald.
Okay.
But he's got blonde hair on the sides. So he had taken off his hat one time, and the entire crowd started chanting Terry Bradshaw. Because he looks just like fucking Terry Bradshaw.
I can see it.
I'm done. Go ahead.
Mysterio gets the first fall. Psychosis gets the second fall. Psychosis then gets the third fall. This match was hella good.
Yeah.
4 1/4.
3 of the Psychosis won, didn't it?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. And he won that. Not that, he had people cheering when he came out, but he won that fucking crowd over. Ray was hella over the minute he showed up.
Yeah.
But Psychosis put in some work. It was cool to watch. What do you got for me this week?
Okay, so in light of the news about Ric Flair, I've been thinking about Rick a lot lately, and a lot of the great matches that he's had. Between the '91 Royal Rumble, where he won the title, fair to Flair, to the I Quit match with Terry Funk, and the trio of matches that he had with Ricky Steamboat. But I'm not going to give any of those. Match that I'm going to give you, let's see if it actually stayed up. Yeah. Is from World Championship Wrestling, the TV show, the Saturday 6:05 Superstation TBS World Championship Wrestling show from April 12th, 1986. Ric Flair takes on Ricky Morton.
Yes.
Because Rick, tag teams, especially tag teams like the Rock and Roll Express, were always second class. They were guys that couldn't ever be there were guys that couldn't be singles wrestlers. So when one of them got out of their safe space, it was interesting to see them work. And Ricky Morton you forget just by Ricky Morton, face and peril, that Ricky is a hell of a worker. And it's a really interesting match. And I watched it again recently, and it's interesting to watch.
Okay.
Some of the spots that Ricky does. On top of that, you need at least I will give you also what kind of came out of their feud in '86 was a particular promo that Ric Flair does, because when you have a Ric Flair match, Ric Flair, half of Ric Flair's greatness is his in-ring performance, but the other half of his greatness is his ability on a mic. And one of the main reasons to watch that Saturday evening show was to listen to Ric Flair on the mic. And there will be a particular interview he cuts on Ricky Morton that just makes Ricky Morton lose his shit. And I will tag that on the page as well. So
cool.
You'll get 2 for 1.
Sweet. In honor of the Mae Young Classic starting up soon and bracketology airing directly after SummerSlam Sunday night, I have a women's matchup for you. Featuring one woman that is in it. Well, both women are in NXT, and one of them is in the tournament. I have for you Kimberly, who's Kimberly Franklin, and Heidi Lovelace, who is Ruby Riott. And I'd never seen this match before I went looking for a match today and found it, and I goddamn loved it. So
you love giving me women's matches.
I do. There's a lot of great women's wrestling out there, man.
And you're going to make me watch all of it.
I'm trying to broaden your borders or horizons or whatever you want to call it, Tom.
I'll make you watch some All Japan women's. And
ooh.
Yeah.
I don't like Asuka.
I watched some of the... oh, no.
So
makes Asuka look like... Yeah, nothing. But anyway.
You mean like she is? All right. Tom, tell the people where they can find you on the internet.
Go to the Twitter machine, especially this upcoming weekend, or hell, do it now so that you can help contribute to our Cheaters Never Spin 24-hour bike-a-thon team. But go to the Twitter machine at Mr. Workrate, at MR Workrate. Don't go anywhere else. Just go to Twitter.
Yep.
Trust me, it's still good even with, the bad stuff on it.
You could find me on the Twitter machine at JCBobbitt, JCBOBBITT. You can find the show on the Twitter machine at Cheaters Never Pin, Cheaters NVR Pin. We're also on Facebook, facebook.com/Cheaters Never Pin. Wherever you're listening to us, rate, review, and subscribe. We greatly appreciate it, and it makes our souls feel all warm and fuzzy. There we go. I wanted the dramatic pause before the music started.
I wasn't sure if you needed me to say something.
Nope. I was taking a breath.
We need the awkwardness like we always have near the end.
Yep. Yeah. Tom and I will be on the Facebook page and all that. And the Instagram, too, Cheaters Never Pin. This weekend for the bike-a-thon. Like I said, maybe we'll do our match exchanges live on the bike.
Maybe.
Who knows? Could be a fun bit. But anyway, I think that'll do it for this week. We will catch you next week for another episode recap thing after SummerSlam ends. So this has been Cheaters Never Pin. I'm JC.
I'm Tom.
And we'll catch you on the flip side. Also, fuck Nazis.
Yeah. Double punch, double kick.
You just gotta... When you see a Nazi, you go up to him and you go, "Fuck you, motherfucker," and you punch him in their fucking face. Kick him in the balls.
I don't care if anyone doesn't like it. We had fun this week.
I actually want a match, Tom. Tom, I want a match.
Oh, no.
You're supposed to ask me what type of match you want.
What type of match do you want, Terry?
I already won the match as part of my retirement tour.
Really, Terry? Tell me about it.
I want a loser. Oh, I'm sorry. A winner. A winner takes down a Confederate statue match at Dorton Arena. And then I just drove down to Durham. I'm off to Wilmington tomorrow night.
Because that statue's mother is a whore.
Man, Tom. Fucking Nazis, Tom, man. They get up inside your brain. They make you think all the things you shouldn't be thinking, but I'm going to show you the way, man. I'm going to show you that Nazis are bullshit, Tom. You know what I say to Nazis, Tom?
What do you say, Bray?
Run.